Hello and welcome back to the Impression Wiz channel. I'm your host, the Impression Wiz, and welcome back to Purrster Quest, specifically Nepeta's route. The final two, one of the final two that I've been needing to do before I end up going to the Alpha Kids. And I think with how I'll do the Alpha Kids is I'll do them in order. And I might even have like a separate playlist for them. I might not. I'll figure that out, but the names I have for each of the sets of videos do show that they are separate parts. I hope you get that. But we are in the second half with the female characters of the beta session, and we're either going to deflect what Nepeta asked about what we are, or explain. And I feel deflect is not the right answer with Nepeta. So we're going to go with it. Wild. It's really wild that she doesn't see you in her dreams. No reason. Oh, by the way, does she want to see your sweet powers? You have super sweet powers. Zap. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Jade's room is bright and cheery. Fresh flowers in the hanging pots. Curtains pulled wide open to let the afternoon sunlight. Jade sits in her bed while Dave paces in front of a line of squiddle toys, carefully assembling in neat ranks. This blue one is clearly in charge. Look at his dominant posture. Or, clearly in charge. Look at his dominant posture. Also, he's the only motherfucker not tentacle deep in his homie. He's an untangled buddy that is some shit really cuts into the core of, like, emotions. It's actually because the magnets in him are messed up and always have been. Harley, are you ruining the magic? Come on. Hey, mailman. Did you bring another stray alien? Because the last one was has a fucking attitude and also a surprisingly good snack sense. Snack sense? Yeah, sense for snacks. Like, you'd think it would have occurred to me before to combine M&Ms with popcorn, but it never did. Guess because I wasn't raised right. But yeah, Carcat has a good tongue. That's not what I meant. Anyway, hi troll girl. Sup? Oh yes, I wanted to meet you guys. Are you the same aliens who harassed us for years and then stopped for seemingly no reason, but actually probably because the fake mailman ruined everything? Wow, damn Jade, that hurts me in the heart. Sorry, that's not how I meant it. So I'm not going to say it in Nepeta's voice because I need to say it in a better voice than Nepeta's because... Well, I'm just going to say it in the voice I want to. Who are you people? Oh, SpongeBob reference. Anyway. Where am I? Jade takes a step towards Nepeta, who bristles and hisses, her back arching. At this point, you're pretty confident in your assessment of the bug theming for the trolls, but they really continue to be cat adjacent, don't they? Maybe cats are just the only cultural touchstones you have for fierce but skittish creatures with a lot of hair. While you're busy pondering cats, Nepeta does a wild scamper for the window. Oh fuck, this is a tower! Oh fuck, this is a tower! This is a tower! This is a tower! Fuck, you really didn't think that one through. Sorry, Nepeta, you really should have warned. Holy shit, something here has... Holy shit, something sure as hell on fire. Little Timmy's dad fell asleep at the grill, dude. Had one too many Bud Lights, limes, and burnt the whole fucking rack of ribs. Ribs ain't cheap, Dad. Now the barbecue's up in smoke. Who's gonna eat that Walmart potato salad without ribs? No one, that's who. Oh, damn, you got a little overzealous with your zaps and brought Dave along with you. So this is where Carcat's from. No wonder he's such a spastic pile of personality disorders. Pretty rank in here. Well, at least Beck prevented you from bringing Jade along? Oh. This isn't the ruins. This isn't the island. Sorry to just crash your party like this, Nepeta. You really didn't mean to bring like half your alien friend group into her house. Nepeta is standing beside the dying fire, where the haunch has fallen apart into blackened chunks. Her hands are twisted in layers of her coat, and she's shaking from head to foot. God, you just completely invaded her space. You were so totally... Grr. Oh no. No. Pounce has placed herself between Nepeta and the rest of you. Or more accurately, between Nepeta and Jade. Her hackles are up, her two mouths hissing. Oh fuck, does she smell Beck on Jade? This sucks, actually. Pounce? Pounce, wait, don't do anything yet, just... Pounce! Do you get there in time? Well, I'm gonna say yes, which is probably not a good thing. I don't know if that was the good thing or a bad thing. I don't know what's going on. Pounce claws feel as big as they look. They're sharp, too. Sharp claws, incredibly. Those claws, Santa claws. Red soaks into the green velvet of your dress, slicking it heavily against your chest and stomach. Christmas. Wind whistles in your ears, accompanied by the strange ringing of chimes. Oh no, those are screams. You collapse backwards, waiting for the inevitable curtains of darkness to fall on your consciousness. Oh well, you'll do better next time. Or not. Instead of hitting the ground and finding yourself catapulted back to a menu screen, a pair of hands catches you and eases you down to the cave floor. Several pairs, actually. Your head is cushioned by something soft, and for a moment, the voices around you come into focus. Don't have any idea what to do you now? First aid and shit, but I'm pretty sure they don't actually have any organs. Shh! Please, everybody be quiet! Darkness closes in on you, but it's a kinder darkness than you are used to. A darkness untouched by failure. Wait, so this wasn't a fail ending? Consciousness fades back in on slow waves of sensation. The first thing you see is firelight on the cave wall. Strange shadows lapping across the rock and playing out a story you believe you could understand if your body was a little less heavy and your brain less full of mush. You try to sit up. Wow, you are not going to sit up. Don't try to sit up. You're going to start bleeding again. Dave, go get Nepeta. They're awake. Oh, dope, okay. Hey, Lejon. Here, kitty. Damn it, Dave. Here, kitty. I twitch my cute as fuck little nose in a sultry come hither for the homeless cat woman alien who lives in this cave. I'm coming. Hold your hoof beasts. Okay, that's good. That's funny. Jade, Dave, you're both here on Alternia? You didn't think that was possible, at least not for Jade. Yeah, I was going to mention back before you got gutted by kinda the white lion. I didn't think that worked. Don't you always get dog blocked? You thought you did, but maybe you just caught a lucky break and got in there while Beck was napping, or doing some other important dog stuff? I guess Beck has been acting sort of weird recently. He's been way less protective and bossy. He doesn't even get shirty when I go to the ruins. Jade, I hate to break it to you. That's not weird, that's normal. Dogs are supposed to chew the remote and sit on the carpet, not raise you from childhood. Animals are not parents. You know a couple trolls who might disagree with that, but you digress. Wow, your body doesn't feel good. That's because Pounce almost killed you. I wasn't even sure you could die, but you proved me wrong. You did a pretty good job of almost dying. But you aren't dead? Dave held your guts in. It was very gross and extremely fascinating. That's actually kind of how I would see the situation. It wasn't a big deal. What kind of clown hasn't staunched copious bleeding from a gut wound, honestly? Time to go back to preschool, kids. You are impressed and horrified. Dave shrugs. Jade sewed you up. She's like a fucking Susan B. Anthony with that needle. Except not American. Was Susan B. Anthony American? Did America even exist at that point? Maybe she was English. I've never sewn up anything that wasn't a corpse. It was fun. That's not creepy at all. Again, you're terrified, but impressed. But the two of them, they're okay? They look alright. A little grimy, but otherwise unharmed. You're really sorry you zapped them here and then passed out for what was most likely days. I'm chill. Yeah, it's been great, honestly. Which really does go to show you how fun our normal lives are. Yeah, kind of pathetic, actually, when you think about it. But Nepeta has Wi-Fi, at least. I mean, she does in her cave, which is kind of weird. He holds up his phone, open to the Messenger app. You can just make out familiar lines of red and gray text. Move over, quiet. Coming through. Nepeta appears, shooing aside Dave and Jade and hunkering down at your bedside, or on your pile of furs on the cave floor. Her hair hangs lank around her face, and patches of your blood liberally stain her coat, but apart from that, she seems to be in an excellent mood. Hi, Nepeta. Sorry for bleeding all over your place. Don't be silly. Just drink this. She hands you a small clay cup filled with something hot. What is it? Herbs. Or herbs. Oh, she pronounces the H. What kind of herbs? Thank you for explaining that after I said herbs. Herbs. Healthy ones. Probably some dang shit, mailman. Better watch out. I feel like Nip knows where to get the nip, if you catch my drift. She probably does. Shh. Quit, stop being weird. They'll help with the healing process. I find them in the woods. Well, damn, if you find them in the woods. I get most of my remedies from the jungle too, Dave. Grandpa left me plenty of antibiotics and formaldehyde, but nothing for a headache or bad tummy. He just used to tell me to chin up a little, Jadelet. Oh yeah, my bro's the same way. Ibuprofen. Never heard of him. There's nowhere to get jungle medicine, though, unless we're talking about the concrete jungle. Like, there's an old guy named Stevie who camps up in the lobby and hell fucking hooks you up, but I think he's a sex offender. Your planet sounds like so much fun! Sadly, that is what Earth is. Yeah, it's alright. You thank Nepeta for the herbs and take a little sip. Sure does taste like a bunch of boiled grass. Could be worse. You think Nepeta probably made the cup herself. She's probably made everything in here. Honestly, if there's anywhere on any planet that you could choose to get mortally wounded, doing it near Nepeta was probably the right call. Nepeta smoothed your blanket with little nervous presses of her hands. She's back to not looking you in the eye. I had a long talk with Pounce and told her that she has been a very bad kitty. She feels just awful about it and would like to make it up to you if she can. She is hunting something extra delicious right now. Oh, Pounce didn't mean to do that. It really wasn't her fault. You just got your dumb ass in the middle of everything as usual. Better you than Jade, definitely, since you're the main character and therefore probably can't die permanently. That makes no sense to me. It's fine. I mean, plot armor. Quite. Can you hand me that pearl? Oh, which one? What does Nepeta keep calling Dave? Acquiet? Acquet? We bonded over sharing interests. Except some of us are totally 100% earnest in our interests instead of acceptably ironic. Which is fine. It's not a big deal. Wait, was that? Oh, that was Dave. Let me read that as Dave so we actually get the... Except some of us are totally 100% honest in our interests instead of acceptably ironic. Which is fine. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. Oh my, that blur. Okay, you weren't. You won't. The world begins to soften around the edges, melting like a scoop of ice cream. These herbs certainly appear to be the good shit. No matter what choices you make, when the particular writer gets a hold of you, you tend to do drugs. Your thoughts slide into one another, dissolving. You see your friends arrayed out before you. The two lonely girls and the strange, intense boy with hidden eyes. They watch you anxiously. You started this journey believing you needed to save these kids, and maybe that's still true. They certainly need someone to fix the mess of their lives and their planets, and the crushing weight of brutal reality bearing down on them. But maybe you need saving too. Maybe you can all save each other. Yeah, whatever. You're high. You'll rest now. Group end. Was this the only good ending, or is there another good ending? I'm curious now. So I have the option of going back and explaining things, or not stopping Pounce. Let me see what time I have really quick. You know what? I think I have enough time that I'm probably going to do the Pounce, the don't get in the way, just to see what happens. I'm sure it's not a good one, but I just want to see. And then I'll try the explaining one and see how it goes. The next few minutes happen so fast that you barely have a chance to catch sight of them, let alone intervene. Pounce leaps over Nepeta, lands on a rock, and springboards off it with her back legs and right at Jade. Oh god, oh no! Pounce's claws are so big and sharp, and Jade is just a little girl. Bang! Oh no. That was worse than I thought. I mean, Jade's a good shot, which is bad for Pounce. Pounce hits the ground with a thud so heavy it vibrates up through your legs. Smoke curls out of the nose of Jade's rifle. Actually, that would be muzzle, but... who am I? But someone who knows guns. Anyway, so you don't hear Nepeta's scream as more as a sigh, like wind of a distant wail of a train. She leaps for Pounce, eyes blazing wide and unseeing. Jade starts forward and Nepeta shrieks, racking out with her claws, gauntlets, and catching Jade across the arm. Holy fuck. Jade reels back, arm held protectively against her chest. Her shoulder heaves with thick, choking breaths. Then she turns and runs from the cave. Jade! Fucking Jesus, Dick. Dave tears off after her. Holy shit, this is a complete nightmare. You teeter, torn between two disasters. Nepeta cradles her Lucis's head in her lap, rocking slowly back and forth. You say her name once, twice. She doesn't even seem aware you're there. You've done everything you can here. That is, you've done nothing. You hurry to the mouth of the cave, hoping to get a glimpse of red and white. There's nothing, just the endless sway of trees and chirps and night creatures, nothing to suggest that two human kids, one bleeding profusely, have ever been here. Motherfuck. How could you let this happen? You need to find those kids. You imagine Jade, her copious hair and bright smile. You stand at the edge of a canyon. Anyone alone? It's clear there's no one around for miles. You aren't anywhere near Nepeta's cave. Jade would never have gotten here this fast. You messed up somehow. You think of Jade again, but this time you add in her stricken expression and the blood dripping from her forearm. You appear at an old train station. Fuck, okay, at least you can see the damn woods now, but still. No Jade. You think of Dave, sardonic glint, casual lean, muttering his jokes to himself before typing them out. Shit, damn! This isn't even the right planet! Ah! Yeah, you know, calm down, T-posing god person. You zap back to the mouth of the cave. The fire has died down, everything is still, and just the sight of the dark opening makes you feel sure you're not welcome here. The girl lost her Lucis, and it's your fault. Two human strangers are lost in the wilds of Alternia, and it's your fault. Your powers are growing, and you feel it. That's why Beck couldn't stop you. Then why can't you find the kids? Because they aren't where they belong. You fucked something up again. You continually... The continuity, the timeline, something. Thematically, Dave and Jade don't fit in here, but now they're stuck, all alone because of you. And I think I might have just enough time to do the explain end. There might be a second good ending in this case. I just want to see. Curiosity has me. You know, you tell Nepeta that you don't know what you are, or even who you are. You certainly know better than you did a few volumes ago. But you think you're an anomaly. You crash-landed into someone else's story. Nepeta is still watching you carefully, muscles wound tight. She's ready to pounce on the fire, and the meat begins to blacken and burn, but neither of you say anything. There goes dinner. Me and some friends were supposed to play a game. Different from the games we usually play. Even Equius was going to pray this time, and he usually hates games. But then the game didn't work. Oh right, you know the game. She blinks at you. I dream sometimes. Dreams? Well, that's pretty normal. Not the normal dreams, dummy. At least I don't think that they are. I suppose that even if they aren't, I wouldn't have anything to compare them to. They are the only sort of dreams I've ever seen. I'm not sure what they are. I see other Nepetas sometimes. Sometimes Pounce is there, and sometimes she is dead, and that always makes me very sad. I see my friends too. And other people I don't know, but who I think would be pretty good friends if I got a chance. The bright, hopeful note in Nepetta's voice digs deep at the center of you, plucking at your nerves like a cello string. It makes you simply sad. You don't know why. I don't see you, though. I don't think you fit in here. Ouch. I apologize. I didn't mean to make you feel bad. My dreams are probably silly and don't mean anything. She springs up from the fire and K down on Pounce, burying her hands and face in the thick white fur. You get up and follow after her because what else do you do? You should probably give up on this particular round at this point. You're quite thoroughly killed the friendship mood with all this existential angst. Why does she live all the way out here anyway? Wouldn't it be better to live closer to all of her amazing friends? At least Equius, even to Resi, who is definitely very weird who is very definitely weird, has a house. Admittedly, in a tree, but it still counts. Oh, I'm used to when I was a regular. Or I think I did. A big, lovely house with windows and lots of furniture for Pounce to scratch. Pounce closes her eyes and purrs. But then, I don't know. Something happened. I would remember fire and noise and lots of shouting. And then I was on Pounce's back, and we were running for a very, very long time. I think it was pretty terrible. Nepetta's fingers tighten in Pounce's ruffled fur. I like it here. You think back to a different olive-blood girl in an oversized jacket who lived rough and another who made her living with murder. In fact, you could see Nepetta growing up into someone much like Palpa. Sharper, meaner, all of her bright edges sanded off. Her games transformed into a struggle for survival. Even now, sitting bathed in the firelight, she looks tired. Every troll you've met carries the same exhaustion between their shoulders, even the high bloods, to a certain extent. They are worn to the bone by the sheer weight of history and a future that promises more of the same. What does one do in the face of such insurmountable misery? How can you, a simple, silent protagonist, ever begin to combat something so all-consuming, so monstrous? Nepetta is waiting for you to trudge through your mandatory self-aggrandized introspection interlude, so you do all you've ever claimed to do. You hold out a hand and wait for her to take it. Zap. Nepetta yelps and jumps an impressive 4 feet into the air. Fair. You were doing a dramatic gesture and forgot to prepare her for it. Sorry about that. Where? Huh? This is... Prepare for Equius to maybe be louder or not, because I am going to get closer, because his voice does get quieter when I talk as him. Despite Equius's incredibly strong and barely contained excitement, when he wraps Nepetta in a glistening, obscenely muscled arms, the embrace is the gentlest you'd ever been witnessed to. Aww. This is an incredibly untoward manner of a pair such as ourselves to become acquainted. Unorthodox. My bad. I apologize for this gaudy display of public affection. It is extremely unseemly of me. Well, he isn't really in public right now. Actually, the opposite. You're the asshole who popped into his private living space with zero warning. I suppose that's right. This is not the first time you have intruded on my space. Just let yourself in and out. How indecent. Okay, dude, calm down. You're getting sweaty. I am always sweaty. Aqueous, you're smooshing me. Oh. Aqueous lets go, but he doesn't step away. He is looking at Nepeta like he can't quite believe she's real. Are you real? I think so. I don't know how I got here. Don't worry about it. Just think of it as a reward for being such a very good kitty. Wow. Is that a weird thing to say? That was pretty weird. You'll take it back, but Nepeta doesn't appear to have noticed your fumbling. She scampers around Aqueous in increasingly excited circles. Maybe you can't fix these kids' lives, maybe you can't improve society, but when it comes down to it, you have the power to bring friends together. And damn, you'll take it. So there's two good endings to Nepetas. I'm glad I found both of them. Honestly, both of those endings were pretty good. The group ending where I ended up getting Dave, Jade, and Nepeta together, and then getting Aqueous and Nepeta together. Oh. That just feels good for the heart, honestly. Oh. Yeah. But that's the end of the video. Honestly, on a good note, I'm glad for once. If you liked the video, please like and like the video. If you want to see more of my content, subscribe and ring that notification bell so you don't miss anything I upload. And as always, I will see you tomorrow.